Ice Cube is the working name of an American rapper and actor from LA. He was a founding member of NWA. He wrote most of the albums Straight Outta Compton, apparently. He has had 10 studio albums under his own name, well, his working name, and over 40 film credits. He is controversial. Well, he's a gangster rapper, so that's no great surprise. He has been accused of being anti-Semitic, and he has had links with the Nation of Islam. Hi, my name's Dan. So this was Ice Cube's third album. It's my first encounter with him and with this album, I guess. I've heard of him. I get him mixed up with Ice-T, maybe not so much with Vanilla Ice. What's it like? Well, it's Gangsta Rap. We'll talk about the words in a minute. There's some nice grooves. There's some nice samples. It's kind of fairly normal structure for a rap album, which is that it's got tracks with linking vignettes in between that are kind of like little acty bits. It's got a kind of overall arc, roughly. And it's put together reasonably well. There's a decent amount of music going on in the background. There's certainly samples from things that I recognise. There isn't a list of where samples are from on Wikipedia. I haven't gone digging any further. It's got quite an intense feel. It kind of, it keeps moving. It's busy, and the rapping has a kind of definite pushing feel. There's quite a bit of adrenaline going on here. The rapping, what do I know about rap? It seems okay. The rhythm seems fine. There's lots of slang being used, so I can't necessarily pick up everything that's being talked about. There are some rhymes where I thought, yeah, that's good. Some of the turns of phrase are decent. There was a few ones where I can't, really? You're rhyming that with that? Yeah, okay. Right, the subject matter. Okay, so if you've seen other reviews of mine, particularly for rap albums, but for some other things as well, you realise that I have a thing about the message that people give through music. And gangster rap, I think, is hugely problematic in lots of ways. And it's about a few things, but it's about, if you're a role model for impressionable teenagers, potentially, what are the messages that you're giving them? And then particularly when you're talking about the state of black society in America, and I know Ice Cube does come from, originates from one of the poorest areas of LA, and so he is talking about what life has been like that. But when you start glorifying violence and the attitudes towards women that you have, you're not doing the case of anti-racism any favours at all here. And there's a mixture of stuff here. So there is quite a lot of stuff about violence. There's stuff that definitely is kind of at least normalising, if not glorifying, violence. There's stuff about the LA riots. There's social commentary. There's stuff that's quite sexually boasting stuff. And there's stuff about his own controversies. So picking up on the accusations of anti-Semitism, for example. One of the vignettes is about him being interviewed about exactly what I've been talking about the messages that he gives in the music. The person who is interviewing him, I don't think it's a real interview. I think this is a staged thing. But the person is accusing him of perpetuating racism and of inciting violence, and exactly what I was saying, and he's justifying himself through this clip. So it's mixed. There's some of it that has more merit, I think, than others. It is one of those albums where I've found it really hard to find 25 seconds worth that I can put on at the beginning, at the end, that doesn't have words that I don't want on my channel. It is absolutely rife with difficult language, by which I mean swearing and bad language and the use of the N-word. So, musically, it was okay. Message-wise, really, mostly not. Some bits were better than others. What do you think? Please let me know in the comments. That's it from me for now.